Well, I mean, no, it's not. It's just traffic in Los Angeles. Oh, I am downtown right now, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it's like driving through concrete. I got off work an hour early today, but I mean, I should be thankful I had a shift at all. Just saw that I got a phone call back from my job interview the other day. They want to talk to me again. Um, guess that's at least a good thing. Said call back Monday, 10 o'clock. I don't know. It's not that I want to have two jobs, it's that I don't have much of a choice. Can't work part time. And I mean, this other job, maybe it'll pay. I don't know what it'll pay. It looks like it'll pay a little less than the job I have now. They might have overtime for me. I mean, normally security does. The thing about this, of course, is that once again, I'm driving, so I can't pay attention to the chat. I can't like answer your comments or whatever have you. I cannot ban people who are using foul language or anything. I don't have any mods on this channel right now. I will probably mod up some people if chat starts going somewhere, but I mean, I don't know. It's one of those basic things. I sit here and I talk, and I just sort of um, talk to the camera, looking around, keeping my eye on things. Los Angeles traffic can be pretty nasty. I think I'm passing City Hall right now. Not that sure what that building is. City Hall, East Parking, yes, okay. I realize now, I don't think I've ever visited Los Angeles City Hall. There are some interesting objects outside, like it's like an Asian style pagoda or something. Like it's an atrium or something, or a gazebo with windows, like real glass windows. And I'm going, well, I wonder if there are tours of City Hall in Los Angeles. You'd figure there would be. I mean, the thing about Los Angeles, guys, that you guys should be aware of, Los Angeles is actually a really beautiful city, or at least it would be if we took better care of it. But there just isn't the same level of respect that there should be. Like right now, next to me, there are these cone things protecting a bicycle lane because we want to encourage bicycle traffic. Okay, this was already a red zone. You can't park here. But we decided to make the road just a little bit shorter in order to accommodate the bicycles. And that's because it's like, yeah, all right, but you do realize those bicycles, they're breathing Los Angeles air, okay? Like, this car has a cabin air filter because I don't want to breathe Los Angeles air. It is nasty out here. I mean, when I die, I bet they could scrape my lungs and be like, well, he lived in Los Angeles. You know, right here by City Hall, there's a little graffiti. I'm getting on the freeway now, but there's a lot of beautiful architecture here in Los Angeles. I just had an architect, man, had a master's degree in architecture, come by today and ask me about the building I work at. And he's like, yeah, you know so much about this building. Like, none of this stuff is online. How do you know so? It's like, I'm work here every day. I'm familiar with things. I do a little bit of research here and there. And yeah, I love the building I work in. I love my job. That's the thing about my job, is I truly love my job. I don't love the fact that they cut my hours and now people aren't as nice to me, because I honestly think that they had a couple of girls that worked there that were honeypots. They were out there trying to get me to sexually harass them in order to get rid of me. Okay, because they don't work for my company, they work for the client. Because, I mean, today, woman normally says hi to me, just walked by me like I wasn't there. And I mean, it's possible she was just worried about something else, but I haven't seen her in a while, so you'd think. Don't think she knows my name, but she's always been real friendly with me. Or it is also possible that I mistook her for someone else. I didn't really pay that much attention, but there were a lot of girls that seemed to be like just way too interested in a big fat dude like me, and they were all younger than I am too. I mean, it's just one of those things. Yeah, I mean, I can legitimately say I hated my last job, at least part of it, because it was a lot of work for less pay than this. People I worked with stunk. They were really unpleasant people to work with, and there was just a lot of drama. This place, yeah, there's drama. I mean, there's drama, and it's pretty nasty drama. But I mean, at least I'm guarding something beautiful. I'm preserving something beautiful. I'm keeping people safe. I mean, as I say, my favorite job ever was working with the homeless. I prefer working with the homeless. Why? Because I feel like I'm making a difference. I feel like my job is important. And I don't get to work with the homeless anymore. It's a lot of bureaucracy there. Okay, so yeah, working with the homeless was one of my favorite jobs, also one of my least favorite jobs. But I'll tell you something about working with the homeless. Okay, you're gonna find plenty of homeless chicks that they look all right and they're down to clown because they come from a culture where you don't have a lot else to do. So it's like, hey, you, me, and the bottle makes three. But the thing with homeless women, of course, is that if you're out there messing with homeless women, first of all, you get fired if the company ever finds out. And secondly, well, I mean, you got to really worry about disease. It's just one of those things. Okay, so I never mess with a homeless chick. Just one of those things. But at my work, it's like, yeah, beautiful women everywhere. There's some women that work there that they're in the business of being beautiful. That's what they do. They come in, they dress up nice, and they pour drinks. It's just, and their whole thing is to be hot. You ain't getting into that job for being not hot. And I mean, that's cool. I've known some really hot chicks that I think would be great for that job, who were on the older side. But I mean, it's like, once you hire them, like you can't really fire them for getting ugly. That's discrimination. So it's just one of those things. You know, you wind up with like Jamie Lee Curtis from The Last Showgirl. She was running around being all busty, but you know, still being a little weather worn. And I mean, you know, hey, the good part about that is that at least that woman's experienced. She knows what she's doing. But in any case, you know, it's one of those things about my work. I was actually looking for one girl. She quit apparently. I was like, okay, you know, I mean, we seem to get on nice. And I could tell you she was a kind. Well, I don't want to tell you that, but anyway. You know, I wouldn't say we were like super friendly or anything. I don't think she even would remember my name. But, you know, would like to be friends with her now that she's not working there. And apparently she quit. Okay, she left the company in a less than favorable manner, right? So, I mean, you know, we have something in common, that we both kind of have a dislike for the people that she worked for, because those are the people that made them cut my hours. So, I mean, you know, would be good, just, you know, work with this woman for like 8 months. Don't think I shared 25 words with her in that time, but, you know, just something you want to deal with. Police reported ahead. And there is the slowdown. Didn't take us, or took a little longer today. I don't know, guys. You know, something funny just popped into my head. Because I'm thinking of stopping at the store on the way. I really shouldn't. I mean, I really shouldn't, but... you know, get some chicken for the cats. It's my Friday. Used to call it the Tuesday chicken, the Albertsons chicken. Go out there and get, you know, like the 8-piece. And my cats, they love chicken. I'm not really supposed to give it to them, but I mean, they'll like literally, you know, if I give them too much chicken, they'll have chicken bone poops. Because they break up. I mean, they eat the bone. They eat the bone. You know, I got plenty of dry food out for them, but they eat the bone. But it's kind of a thing, you know. I share sort of a meal with my beloved felines. People like, how come you got so many cats? Dude, cats keep away demons. And if you've ever met my sister, you understand. I just saw this crappy old movie called Attack of the Beast Creatures. I was sitting there going, how can I make a sister joke about these? I mean, those things kind of, you know, like the first thing I thought of was my sister's hemorrhoids, which I've never seen, so I don't know what they look like, obviously, but, you know, hemorrhoids are like red, and the little monsters in this movie were red, so, you know, they look like little tiki beast things. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna stop off at the store. It's probably a terrible idea because traffic will be bad. And then, the great thing about chicken, ladies and gentlemen, is that I am a diabetic, and chicken is just basically protein, so not a lot of carbs. I don't get anything else with the chicken, I just get chicken. I just eat chicken. I can eat a lot of chicken. I'm huge. What do you want? So something, I guess I should ask the question, maybe the one person watching. Uh, one of the things I've been thinking of doing is a 12-hour live stream, where I just live stream me making shorts, because I have shorts. I have a kind of short content for almost every one of my channels now. And it's like, if I did a 12-hour live stream, it would really do a kickstart. Because the big challenge, with YouTube tends to be watch hours, okay? So, you get some big, whatever it is, big long file, big long video, and that video, if you had one computer that could watch that every day, well, it's like, there it is. And, you would want, I think it calculated something like you need 10 watch hours a day in order to become monetized, and you need that for a year. And it's like, yeah, so that's one way of doing it. YouTube will probably, not recognize that, but I mean, at least logically speaking, it's a thing. Why I'm doing these lives, I mean, I don't expect much to happen with them, but at least some content on this channel that I mostly have left derelict for 8 years, I think. I posted a few shorts. That's about it. Anyway, I'm parking. So this is where I leave you folks. You all have a good day. I'm Richard.